Like John Morant, need a triple double. Told him check the stats. Yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball. Nah, I never fumble. I'm the MVP. Now I feel like Russell.
What is up, YouTube? So we're back and en route to the gym. But this video is not going to be about what I'm doing in the gym. I'll just kind of talk through my session about a very important topic I want to talk about. I get a lot of questions about this, and it's simply, you know, how to become a successful physique coach. I'm saying physique coach because I'm specializing it more towards kind of competitive athletes, but also like just getting the absolute from physique development with people. How can you be successful in terms of, you know, making a good amount of money from it, but also how can you impact people in a positive way? Because I think that second point is so important. You know, if you want to be a good coach, it's very easy to be thinking about, oh, like I want to make money, or I want to be an online coach, I want to travel the world whilst I work on my laptop. It's not about that. You've got to have that passion to do that last point I said about, you know, getting results, maximizing physique development, and, you know, improving people's lives in a positive way. So yeah, today I've got legs. Through the leg session, we'll break it down in different points and we'll talk about different things. I think basically what it's mainly going to be about is, you know, how to bring in clients, how to kind of create a good lead flow. So like people, how to get people to kind of buy into your business. Because if you can't do that, you're not going to have anyone to help. So it's like about that. It's about how to provide a quality service and, you know, provide value to people. And then also just how to get good results, how to help people's lives and build good relationships with clients and get good results at the end of the day. So like those are the three kind of things we're going to talk about. But other than that, you're going to get to watch me train legs, which I'm sure you've all watched me train legs many times now. But I think, you know, it's good to kind of fill the video with that as opposed to me just sat down at a table talking about it. But yeah, we're en route to the gym. I've got my pre-workout that I'm about to drink. I don't know if I talked about this before, but Inhuman After Dark is the pre-workout I'm using right now. It's amazing. It's pretty strong, but it's very good. It doesn't crash, so like through the session you just feel amazing. And I can still sleep on it, which is a good sign. There's 400 milligrams of caffeine in this. It's a pretty strong one. I love it. But yeah, big leg session coming. We'll talk a bit about the session as well, obviously. And yeah, let's do it. So we're going to talk about the first point about how to become a successful coach. We just got into the gym. I haven't warmed up or anything yet. I just thought we'd just talk about this now because it might be like a little bit of a longer one. I think this is basically like how you lay the foundations for your coaching, and it's essentially like how do you bring clients in. And I'm talking about like from the get-go, because I think there's probably a lot of people watching this, right? And they're thinking, oh, I would like to give coaching a go, but where do I start? And I think there's two things that we can kind of break this down into. The first one's a pretty simple point. It's like focus on yourself first in terms of, I hope you're training a lot. I hope you're getting good results from your own physique. Walk the walk. You should not be prepping people to compete if you've never competed before, in my opinion. Or at least you've been like you've seen first-hand experience of what it's like. So focus on your own journey first. Get results on your physique. Get some years of training under your belt first. You don't want to rush this process. Build a good physique. Build a physique that people will be inspired by. Gain the knowledge through your own journey. So important. Second point is like how you bring clients in off just doing some smart things early doors to get things moving. Do not be scared to help people for free, okay? Give free advice. That advice you give, people will remember it. They will remember you. When someone thinks, oh, I want to coach. Oh, I remember this guy gave me really good advice. They're going to go to you because of that. So, you know, give people really good advice, build relationships with people for free, and then coach maybe a couple of people for free. Don't rush the process. Like, if you haven't got the credibility yet as a coach because you've just started, you need to get some skin in the game. You need to start getting results on people. If you have a friend that you know will follow what you say, just coach them. Maybe you could do like a cheap price that you know that they'll pay, because at the end of the day, you are putting time into them. But don't make it expensive, because you want result. You want people. You want that social proof. So get some results with people. The first thing I did when I was like 17, 18 is one of my closest friends, I helped him lose a lot of weight. And at that time, I knew a lot of people where I was from, and people saw that result. And then those people came to me. Back in the day, I used to coach more like Gen Pop, like lifestyle clients, less competitive clients, because there was more people that just knew of me. And they saw those results, and it helped me start moving things along. So do not be scared to offer free advice. do not be scared to coach people for a cheap price at the very start. Once you get moving, obviously charge a bit more if you're giving value for sure. But there's people that like never coached anyone and they're charging like 150 a month. And I'm like, you're not going to get anywhere. You're better off charging a little bit less, getting like a good 5-6 clients, getting that social proof, getting those results. You also enjoy your job more because you'll have stuff to do. You'll be working with lots of different individual people. And that will be the kind of the foundation for the start of your business. Coaching takes time. You know, I started coaching when I was 18. So I've been doing it for a while now. I started pushing it seriously after university, but the stuff I was doing in the background whilst I was studying at university helped me push things when I came out of university because I had that foundation there. So yeah, that is basically what I say in terms of bringing clients in early doors. We'll talk a little bit more about how to bring clients in when you've already got quite a few more clients. Like how do you keep that moving forward? Because it's a little bit different, but I hope that's useful. Yeah, I'm better warm up because we're going to be here for 4 hours otherwise. If you watched that adductor and thought I was crazy strong, 4 plates on a stack, I'm not, it's just crazy light. AJ came in the other day, he did 5 for 20 reps. It's just such a light adductor. People probably watched that before and thought, Jesus Christ, it's strong. So I thought I'd address it. My adductors, they're not that strong. They're like okay, but it looks impressive, but it's just light. Oh fuck. Oh fucking hell. Just a tip for anyone who's struggling to train to failure. Yeah. What you need to learn to do is just find that skill or just flicking the switch. So what I mean by that is it doesn't matter what went on leading to your session. It doesn't matter what environment you're in. It doesn't matter what music's playing. You have to always go to a place in your set which allows you to do what you need to do. You have to literally just, oh, fuck it, bench. What's the word? You have to just block out the outside noise and just go into a place where you're not thinking about much, but you're just training through that set until you cannot do any more. I think some people get distracted by things. They get overwhelmed. But just learn to flick that switch. Once you're in the set, you're in the set. And you just keep fucking going until it stops. Like, failure is not something you choose. It's brought to you. You can't control it. You literally can't move the weight anymore. So, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking, oh, where's failure? Or how many more reps can I get? Maybe just don't even count your reps. Just keep going until you can't get any more. Flick that switch every time. It doesn't matter what music's playing. It could be the most annoying song ever. You should still be able to flick that switch. And the best you get at that, the better bodybuilder. The reason I was saying that is because the headphones aren't working. And usually I like to do leg extensions with music on. And it is a little bit harder, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change what I'm gonna do. Just keep going until it doesn't move anymore. Don't overthink the pain, just keep going. Oh, oh, fuck. Oh. So on the next part, I was talking about how to bring in more clients towards being a successful coach. I just want to talk about what you do when you've got like 10 clients to say. How do you push it further? How do you actually get into the quote unquote successful bracket where you have like, I don't know, 40+ clients? This is where you need to understand that you've got to kind of invest into your business. Be prepared to kind of invest a lot of time into it, invest a lot of money into it, and be prepared to take risks. Because I promise you they'll pay off. The biggest thing I want to talk about is showing yourself through YouTube, through personality, and it goes back to that free advice point, trying to do it on a wider scale. And that's going to take investing into your time and your money, because you're either going to have to pay someone to do your content for you, or you're going to have to put a lot of time into it. And then you want to do that on Instagram, you want to do that on YouTube to spread your message. But just to show who you are, you know? I think a lot of the time when people invest into a coach, if I was thinking, oh, I want to go with this coach, it's not really about the knowledge or the results. That obviously needs to be there, but the thing that differentiates you from another coach with the knowledge and results is you as a person. Do you think you're going to vibe with that person, get on with them? Do you like the person they are? That's really what draws us towards a coach. And you can only do that through investing into your business. Exposure is so important. Get your message spread far and wide. So yeah, if you want to keep going further, don't be scared to kind of take some risks in terms of spending money and just giving a lot of kind of free time towards it. But yeah, if you do that, I promise the clients you get will go from 10 to way further than that. And that's kind of how you can make a career out of this. If you can make like an actual full-time career from coaching, you need to be taking it to kind of 30+ clients realistically. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, come on. Drive. Come on. Yep. Yep. Good. Yep. Come on now. Come on now. Ah! Here we go, mate. Here we go. Yep. Take it, take it, take it. Take it, take it. Take it. Oh.
Yes. Cool. So I really do believe a pause in that stress position is a very smart thing to implement when you're in a diet phase. So you'll notice like the majority of my work today, I'm pausing in that stress position. And first and foremost, the reason why that's better is because it minimizes momentum and increases the requirement of ownership. You know, I'm making sure that my muscle is moving that way. It's not like a fast change of direction. But another really important point is as you get lighter, stability obviously worsens, and therefore on movements that typically do get heavier in that stress position, you might notice your body gets forced to move out of position. It can be harder to hold yourself in. So obviously bracing is important, but what you can do is if you pause, it can give you that brief second to just get your pelvis and get your body where it needs to be, to then like fire through and create more power and more force and use your muscle more accurately. So I definitely believe that a pause is such a useful thing in a growth phase as well as a diet phase, but especially in a diet phase. If you're struggling to retain things, just think about taking a step back a little bit, reducing the load, and maybe just adding a pause. And you might find you retain it for much longer once you do that.
Big push, big push, big push, big push, big push, big push. Come on.
Nice. Sweet. Oh. So just finished legs, good session. Very happy with pretty much performance across the board. Retained down a kilo, retained numbers, really, really happy with that. But yeah, we're gonna go on to the second point now about how to be a successful coach. And this is about your service, providing like a good quality service to your clients. Now, what does this mean? Like when we talk about a good service, what does it actually mean? Does it mean the fancy spreadsheets, the Google Sheets, the data tracking, all that stuff? I think it doesn't necessarily mean that, but I think that can be a tool to providing a good service. Because in my eyes, what is a good service? It is being extremely attentive and responsive and knowing your client and giving them the feedback they deserve and they require. So you can't do that if you don't have a good system of tracking data. Ultimately, a good service is a coach that knows where their client was 2 weeks ago. They know where their body weight was a week ago. They know how they look at this point in time versus, a week later. They understand their physique so well. And whenever the client has questions, they can respond to them quickly with a plan of action. The client is always understanding what they're doing moving forward. To me, that's what a good service is. Whether you do that through sheets or not is down to you, but you need to make sure you achieve that. If you don't have sheets, it's going to be harder to achieve it. So, for example, with my sheets for clients, I track body weight average every single week. So I know exactly where my client is. We look at the data, we look at their sleep, we look at their steps. There's so many different things that we look at data-wise because it allows myself to provide a high-quality service and be attentive to that client. Even if I do have a high amount of clients, I can still achieve that. If you have 5 clients, you might not need that. You could just focus on them as much as possible without the sheets. But once you get more, you do need that system in place. Also, the way in which you give your feedback can be more valuable if it's visual, especially through form analysis. So if you can do like a presentation, I use Loom, which is a very good software. So when I get back to clients, they can see me talking. I'm filming my screen. They can see their training clips whilst I'm giving them support, which is a really good way of providing a valuable service to your client. So why is this important? Because at the end of the day, this is what will get results. And that's going to lead to the third point soon. But a high quality service gets good results for your client because it is attentive, as I said, but it also will get results for your business because people will be more likely to buy into it. They'll stay with you for a long period of time because they enjoy being coached by you because it gets results and it works and you build a good relationship with your client. So it is a very important part of being a successful coach, and it's something that, could be the downfall of your business if you don't provide it, Retention is a big part of being a good coach. How long do your clients stay with you? If they're in and out of the door, that's not good. And you don't want to be in a situation where you've got like 100+ clients, okay? But all your clients leave you every month and you just get loads in. It's like in and out, in and out. That will take you so much time. It'll be so stressful. The element of trust will be low of these people because they're always new with you as a coach. And if you actually put effort into programming your clients, it's going to take a lot of time having to reprogram people. So you need to be focusing on retention. Focus on providing a good service so your clients stay with you for years, Bodybuilders, they like to be repetitive in their routine and they always have a long-term goal. So there's no reason why, if you're training people that compete or have a passion just simply for physique development, why they won't stay with you for a while. If they're not, there's potential. If there's a pattern, obviously there's going to be some situations which is fine, but if there's some sort of pattern going on where people are in and out of the door, you might want to take a step back and like reassess your service, okay? But ultimately, sheets are useful, as I said, but you don't need to get these like crazy fancy sheets. Sometimes that can be too much for certain people, and I've seen that. Like some people prefer simple coaching. So right, so we're back home now, and we're going to talk about the third point about how you can be a successful coach. Now, this one is a very important one. Like this is definitely the most important point, okay? And it's like if you don't do this, you're not going to be a successful coach because you're not a good coach. So it sounds pretty simple and obvious, but obviously we'll go into a bit more depth around it and like how you can do this, but like it's get good results. Now, obviously I touched on previously the importance of a good quality service and what that does. But now we're going to talk about like, you know, and obviously that contributes to getting good results. But now we're going to talk about like, how you can actually get good results and what that means. The first thing you need to do, okay, is improve your knowledge, okay? What people that think they know it all aren't going to go far in this sport, you know, in terms of being coached or a coach. Always be open to learning more, okay? So do more courses. Doesn't need to be your level 3 PT course, okay? At the end of the day, online coaching, people, when they inquire of you, they don't go, can I see your level 3 PT certificate? They just want to know you've got knowledge and they want to see your results. So do courses that actually teach you good knowledge, because I can tell you level 3 PT courses don't really get you that. J3 University by John Jewett is a very good one. The MBW page, doing courses on there, learn as much as you can. If you're a coach, get a coach. Learn how that coach gets results on you. Learn how they communicate with you in terms of conducting, being a good coach. You can learn so much through that. So improve your knowledge to get good results. So that is so important. Just having the skill set to be a good coach and get results is actually having that knowledge. People are too quick to kind of almost like pay for a business coach, which obviously is important. I think that can be useful for improving your business, absolutely. But people are so quick to do that, but they actually just aren't good coaches yet. So like, that's not going to help you. If you're not a good coach, you're not going to really go anywhere. So you need to learn that knowledge. Knowledge comes in two ways: learning it and experience by applying it on your clients. And you can't really do that straight away. You obviously have to have that baseline kind of knowledge through, you know, learning things and going out there doing research. It's so important, okay? And now, all I would say as well with getting good results, and this is so important, is build good relationships with your clients. Kind of goes back to that previous point I made about your service, but create long-lasting relationships with your clients. You want them to trust you. You want to motivate them. You need to get the most out of that individual, and that relies on understanding that specific person. People are so different. Everyone is so different. So to be a good coach, you need to understand that not everyone's going to work the same. You need to get to know them. You need to figure out what makes that person tick, how you can get the most out of them, especially when we're talking on a competitive level, especially when we're talking about competitive preps, which are very demanding and challenging. You need to make sure that individual keeps disciplined, keeps motivated, understands the long-term goal and will work towards achieving that and ticks the boxes. How can you make them do that? How can you make them get the job done? How can you make them do the work? And that comes down to understanding that specific person. So be prepared to like build good relationships with these people you work with and understanding them, listening to them, adjusting to them if they need to. This is so important. So yeah, that is good. I'm going to leave it there because I think that's probably the most important point, and I want that to kind of, you know, hold well in your head. So hopefully this was useful, guys. Bit of a different video. Obviously I kind of trained legs amongst it, which obviously was just, you know, good to see what I'm doing right now. But I guess in terms of what I'm at right now, like I'm, 9 weeks into this diet now. I'm like nearly 10 kilos down. We've got about 6 weeks left to put off 6 kilos in a really good spot. I'm actually getting to quite an exciting part now in terms of conditioning and my shape's coming back. I'm not feeling awfully flat. No high days so far, and maybe we won't have any. It is my birthday on the 17th of October, so maybe something might happen then. But yeah, appreciate all the support on the YouTube as always. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you're new. Obviously drop a like as always, and yeah, I will see you soon.